The inaugural Information and Communications Technology Indaba took place in Cape Town this past week. The conference marked the meeting of the industry's top decision makers from across the continent, as well as other developing economies such as South Korea and Malaysia. The mission? To exchange knowledge on accelerating ICT services in Africa.
We meant to make sure that we connect with Africa, so that our people in South Africa and the people of Africa in general do business and transact with South Africa, but also that we share in our experiences. We know that rollout of broadband is in different stages in each and every country in the continent. We have not done well as yet, and that is why now we're working on our broadband plan, and we think that there are other countries like Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken, that are actually doing very well, and we think, okay, if there are other countries that are doing well in other areas and they are not necessarily doing well in other areas, so maybe we can share and learn from each other.
One of the biggest challenges that South Africa faces is relatively low levels of internet penetration. That's at least when compared to the remainder of the BRICS economies, whose average internet penetration rates are around 40% compared to our 14%. That's according to Analytics Business Intelligence Research.
The target is that we should have rolled out internet, broadband 100% by 2020. This is an agreement and a declaration that we have made together as a department and government with our partners who are a private sector, the ICT industry.
And one way in which government initiatives toward broadband rollout are hoped to help is where rural areas are concerned, as the private sector may be somewhat reluctant to invest.
But what we've also seen is that the operators have started self-provisioning. So they've built their own networks, they've gone into consortiums together. We've seen it with FiberCo that has come out. So it's not the lack of infrastructure that is there, it's the question of how do you connect from your major metropolitans into the rural areas. And the reason that people are hesitant to do that is because there's no financial business case around it.
The key drive behind government's efforts to connect South Africa's outlying areas is the enabling effects of ICT in enhancing basic services such as health, education and financial services.
Of course, ICT is working wonders here at home. As I was saying earlier on, in our financial institutions today, I can send money to anyone, anywhere in the country through my cell phone, and they can just go to an ATM and go and click cash send or whatever, and they can withdraw their money without having a card or anything. So it works wonders. But on e-health and e-education, as I was saying again earlier on, we have not yet done well, and I can only be happy one day once we have rolled out broadband and we are able to say all the kids are connected to computers, such that each and every child in South Africa has an access to a computer on a daily basis.
However, while the benefits of broadband access are undisputed, the infrastructure rollout initiatives to get all South Africans online could add to the cost of an already comparatively expensive service.
We're talking about the submarine cables, that we've got quite a few of them that have now landed on our shores. So the prices we used to get in the past, or the prices we used to charge in the past on the wet portion, which is the submarine side of the business, margins have really gone down. I think what people are talking about is we have the submarine cables now that are sitting at the cost. That has to be taken from the cost, and it has to reach every individual home inland. That is where the challenge comes in, because the benefit can only be realized when an individual customer is at the home and they can pick up their phone or pick up whatever instrument that they are using and be able to get that access of that high-speed broadband capacity that we have got sitting at the shores.
ICT development is increasingly being recognized as a key component of South Africa's economic growth through the support function that it fulfills. And efforts such as the ICT Indaba are aiming to streamline discussions around the challenges while seeking solutions through dialogue.